Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock, the yen, went through the roof. And what that means is dollar yen down. Okay. So I've inverted the yen here. So you can see if the yen's going up, and it is, but it's still got a hell of a long way to go before we get down to some reasonable levels. And the pressure is going to be on the Bank of Japan to maintain these levels. If they don't, it's just going to ricochet back to exactly where it was previously. All right. So we're just going to be focusing on that. And if you look at your charts at the moment, right, this is like a normal week, except for the BOJ, right? So the dollar index, yeah, there's a little bit of short-term impact from the Bank of Japan. Don't forget, they are selling US dollars, right? So naturally, you would expect euro, sterling, Aussie, Kiwi to start going up. And this is important because like dollar yen can be untradeable during these events, right? So don't think you're just rushing into dollar yen because the price action is wild. It's hard to gauge what's going on. We do have technical levels to look at, but what will be very good to trade at the time, or dollar yen, when dollar yen is tradable at the moment, it's around the US economic numbers, right? We get stronger numbers. It will remind everyone that the US dollar is going up, and the BOJ are just giving us cheaper dollars. At the same time, if we start to see a flip over in the dollar, well, that's when this BOJ intervention will work, right? I don't see it as a match at the moment, so we may see some opportunities. But just on that, if the BOJ intervene again, then you're probably looking to get long euro, sterling, Aussie, Kiwi, right? They are the pairs that could potentially be going up. And why I'm mentioning those, because they have trend lines quite close. Dollar Swiss, well, may go down through that trend line as well. So these are the opportunities that you need to sort of investigate as you go through the course of the day. And just on that, let's keep an eye on the calendar. As I said, this is going to be important from here just to see what's going on. So as we go through coming into Tuesday, we are looking at, we've got some Japanese numbers, which I don't expect anything out of those. Like, there's usually not much variance. What they would love to see is, and if this was China, and I'm not taking a dig at the Chinese authorities, but it has been rumored they make up their own numbers. If these numbers were through the roof, it would support a stronger yen, right? But Japanese economy has been like stagnant for 40 years. So I can't see the data all of a sudden jumping out of its skin, but we do have a key bunch of things to focus on. Aussie, Kiwi with that Chinese data and Aussie retail sales. Keep an eye on that. And as we go through the European day, unemployment in the Eurozone and retail sales, these are all numbers that could give us, ideas of what's going on, but at the same time, potentially give us opportunities if we see good technical setups. And you got the Eurozone numbers there. You start to come in. This is what I'm sort of more frothing about at the moment, is any US numbers. Okay, consumer confidence, the Case-Shiller numbers. These are good historical numbers, these two in particular, to see what's going on. Obviously, Canadian GDP, but you know what? I'm more looking at the dollar because its relationship to dollar yen and what the BOJ is doing. So that could give us some opportunities there. Later in the day, you got the Kiwi employment numbers, but really the Euro data and the US numbers is what I would be focusing on. And just keep an eye on the whole price action in dollar yen as we go through the Asian session, right? You want to see if there's any follow-up. It's very rare that they would come in, if they're serious about this, come into the markets and just hit it one day and then just go, okay, that's it. Because if nothing happens over the next day or two, it will be back up here in a heartbeat. And it's been rumored they've spent $30 billion trying to get it down. It's like holding back the tide. But what we do have is the crosses. Finally, the yen crosses are coming into play now. For some reason, the Aussie yen and Kiwi yen data is not exactly updating on my charts, but Euro yen, sterling yen, CAD yen, the yen crosses are in play. It'll be time to party in the Asian session. The fact that the yen has just been so muted has really put a dullness on the Asian session for some time. So it's great to see it kick into gear. Those traders who are in the Australasian session can expect a lot more opportunities coming up. And that's what, what we really want to see. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Just keep a track of your market, right? Your global markets. Keep a track of those equities. Look for the risk on, risk off profiles. See if they are actually coming back on with the intervention in the yen. Obviously, the yen is through the roof. Bit of mixed. Or keep an eye on the US bonds and everything else. Right, everything's active. Right, we've got things moving. Like some instruments are going up, some are going down. Make sure you isolate. If you're buying, make sure you focus on the instruments that are going up, not the ones that are going down, depending on the instrument you're trading. All right, guys, exciting times. I'll keep you updated as we go. And don't forget, jump into the Discord if you're looking to get some questions answered or just to join the chat, right? That's where the action is. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.